Hi guys, I'm on my lunch break and I thought I'll talk briefly about my diagnosis. The journey to my diagnosis was quite a long-winded one. It took almost about a year or 2 years to actually find out what I was going through. It began with just slight joint pain, and because around that time I had an injury at the park, there was a hole dug up in the park, and I think I twisted my or sprained my ankle, and I thought it was an injury because of that. But it just progressively got worse and worse and worse. And in that time, I went to my GP or medical doctor, back and forth, but to no avail. So in that time, I was using my mum's painkillers, over-the-counter painkillers, anything that would relieve the pain. And during that time, obviously, my activities in sports or anything athletics just start to reduce. And during that time also, my dad had his own remedies with using hot water to massage the area, which does help, but he was almost like trying to force open a fused joint. So because I was diagnosed quite late from the time that I had my symptoms, um, um, what was I gonna say? Sorry, mind block. Yeah, I had a lot of that. I had a lot of joint damage, quite a considerable amount of joint damage, and a lot of my ankles fused, and yeah, as I was saying, my dad used to pry them open while he was using hot water, which hurt like crazy. But he thought he was doing it in my best interest, thinking that that will resolve the problem. So going back and forth to my GP, no resolve. So we changed GPs, and I think he knew what it was straight away. So he referred me to pediatric services when I was about 14, and they diagnosed me. They even had a consultant rheumatologist there who came to actually look at me on that day. So I think the GP kind of knew what it was. And trying to get up even to the clinic where I was supposed to go to, I struggled. I couldn't actually walk there, and to get to the clinic, there was no wheelchair access. So I couldn't even request a wheelchair. I literally struggled. A journey that should take 5 minutes took me about 15 to 20 minutes. And so from there, I got diagnosed with juvenile idiopathic arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. And so I was put on a course of steroids. And that it reduced a lot of the pain that I was having, but I had a lot of damage. My elbows were kind of damaged, deformed, and my ankle joints have started to fuse together. So even up to now, I don't have full full range of my ankle movements, and because I was in pain for a long period of time, I developed a way of how to walk, which is on the side of my foot. So now I walk with an obvious limp. I feel like I don't even know how to change that pattern because yeah, I was just in so much pain. I've been to physio to try and get me to walk straight, walk with your hips and your arms. I've tried all that, but I still walk with this obvious limp because of the way that I just developed a way of walking which will not cause me as much pain. It's kind of hard to correct that type of walking pattern. So that was my diagnosis. And next time I'll talk about treatments that I've tried and how it's affected me, such as my growth. I'm a short girl, I'm 5'1", but all my siblings are about 5'4", 5'5". So they have affected me quite a lot, and I'll talk about that next.